Please subscribe and share this video with your friends.
Welcome back to the Dating Den. It is going to be the best day of your life today because you're starting it off with Marni and Christian.
Okay, but what if it's nighttime and it's like 3 in the morning, they have insomnia?
It's night somewhere.
Just watch this and then take a little nap.
Hopefully we won't rock you to sleep. Hopefully we give you a lot of great inspiration. Speaking of inspiration,
let's go.
We haven't done an angel card in a while. Oh, does that mean we have to take that one?
I was going to take it, but that'd be weird.
Go for it. Non-romantic couple right here.
Ooh, purpose.
Purpose.
This is really good.
This is fantastic.
So today we are talking about what makes you possibly or a woman undateable. Mm-hmm. And that's like a really broad, kind of painful.
Call me a broad.
A painful statement. And it's interesting because when I do the D factor assessment, it says, are you dateable to the men you want, not the men you get?
Ah,
right?
What a great question.
Right? So what makes you undateable to the guy who is relationship ready, words and actions match, a good quality solid citizen guy who's looking for the same things that you are?
Solid citizen guy.
Yeah, I like that. I was going to say mensch.
SCG, solid citizen guy.
I was going to do the Yiddish thing, but I thought, anyway. So what's your experience?
Well, the experience we've had, and Marni has these awesome man panels where she gets all these like dapper dudes to sit up during her seminars.
And we miss you when you can't come.
I know when I can't. I'm sorry. Okay, I love being there, but like I agree with a lot of these three big things that come up, like what they perceive as undateable features. One is a lack of self-esteem.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It turns them off. They'll meet a great girl, but as they talk, they're like, "Oh gosh, her self-esteem is really low." Another one is.
Will you just elaborate for 1 second? Because we were just sharing, and you said like it all looks good, like she looks good, you're having a good conversation, and then she'll say this one thing that's super like stealth. You wouldn't know that could be an indicator of low self-esteem, but it what I call leaks out.
Can you get a Band-Aid?
Oh, yeah, exactly. So what would give me an example of what could be something someone would say that might be a reflection of esteem that's not at the level it needs to be?
I think an immediate need for validation on something. You know, if we're talking about a topic or whatever, like, okay, yeah, so what would you think? Do you think that was cool? Do you think it was cool that I did that? You know, kind of thing.
You know, a phrase that I think a lot of women say is, does that make sense? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Sure,
that's like a little, like, does that make sense? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, or another favorite, I was at lunch the other day and I heard two girls talking about boys because that's all women do, whether there's 20 or 60. Mm-hmm. And she's like, yeah, and I talked to him and I just told him, it's cool, no worries. No worries.
No worries.
No worries. Total indicator.
You can do whatever you want. It's fine. Yep. It's all good. Yeah, no. I agree.
Okay, so that's a leakage of low self-esteem. What's another common undateable strategy?
The other one comes up in both sexes.
Okay.
I mean, this goes to both sexes.
Okay,
we're not just targeting women here, but the bitterness thing that clearly there's been a lot of some bad breakups, some issues, some bad dates in the past, and it leads to this bitterness of this wall of like Xena the warrior princess, you know what I mean? And being like just totally bitter and weird, and it's just like, how would we go out to dinner together or go do miniature golf? You're bitter angry. Betty, and I'm bitter
Betty. Okay, so what the mindset of bitter Betty is like, you know, it's his loss. If he doesn't like me the way I am, it's his loss.
Yeah.
So if you ever find yourself thinking that as a way to rationalize, that's an indication that you have a little of the bitterness. Another thing is feeling like you're entitled. Mm-hmm. Okay, which is a different energy of like, I want to be treated like well versus, he owes me. Yeah. Like, are you kidding me?
Right. Yeah. Because you know it goes back to that thing where a good example is you go on the date and he's going to pay, of course, hopefully, but that's why I always like doing the reach for the purse.
Right.
Even though you're not going to do it, I think it allows the man to be like, you know what, she really cared. She thought about it. She's not feeling entitled.
That's a whole nother episode.
So then the guy could be like, you know what, I got this.
Right.
So, but if you don't do that, that's that entitlement thing where the guy's like, this chick really she's going to come out and just get this date because that's how it's supposed to be.
Right. We have to do an episode on that because that's such a good conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Cool. So what is the third undateable
That
thing.
kind of like blasé, don't care, sort of like, ambivalent sort of thing. Yeah, I mean, whatever, it's fine.
Right. You know what's interesting is women don't like that in men. This whole mentality of like, yeah, if I meet the right girl, then I'd be into it. Yet so many women protect themselves from getting hurt by being like, yeah, it's okay. Like if I'm really busy. I have an amazing life, right? And it makes a guy feel like you don't really care.
Yeah.
And it could be manifested in not paying attention to your physical self. It could be being ambivalent when he asks you out and you're like, yeah, that's cool.
Exactly.
Right? Okay. And you walk out going, yeah, whatever.
So
right?
just be present, be available. If you got some stuff going on, go see Marni or whatever, or you can at least fake it till you make it. But just be aware of it. You know what I mean? These three big things are ones that come up, and they're easy things to make a decision. Like, you know what? I can put Bitter Betty and Negative Nancy and all those girls away for right now. I'm just going to be present, be available, and go have a good time. Most importantly, go have a good time.
And here's the thing, and this is why I kind of gave you a little insight to the mindsets, what you might be thinking. A lot of this stuff really is unconscious. You might not know you're doing it. That's why that dating assessment, the D Factor, does help you figure that out. So either really get honest and look at yourself, or take the D Factor assessment, or talk to your friends. But definitely don't make these mistakes. That's all we're saying.
All right, and we're not going to make a mistake by going over, because Craig Schmizel will cut our heads off. We're going to see you on the next dating day.
Here we go. Peace.
We're out.
Be mysterious. Have an end to the interactions. Leave him wanting more. Leave him wanting more, and create room for him to pursue you. Create that tension, and then allow him to step in and be the manly man.
Yeah.
And pursue you.
That sounds fantastic. All right, so there you go. Mystery versus aloofness.
It's a mystery.
Take one. We are out of here, and we're going to be mysterious and just float away.
Peace.